Hey, we're talking about gardenias today in our 5-minute gardener segment. Growing them can be a little tricky if you've ever tried it, but Debbie Mounce has a few tips that might help you succeed with growing these fragrant shrubs.
Hello, y'all. Well, there's a lot of flowers in our garden that are very fragrant, that kind of bring back memories for us. You know, our grandma had that plant, or our aunt had that plant, or some garden we loved had this plant. One of those plants that we love is gardenias, and it is really hard to beat the fragrance of gardenias. There are some tips about growing them in Tucson, however, and hopefully I can help you be a little more successful in growing your gardenias. Now, there's a lot of different varieties of gardenias. I brought 2 of them here today. This is one that you may not know about. This is almost a ground cover gardenia, and it's called radicans. It's a Gardenia radicans, and it puts out a little flower, and it only gets to be 2 feet tall by about 3 feet across. So if you have a spot that would work in, that's a great choice for you. Remember, with gardenias, they cannot take any afternoon sun in Tucson in the summertime. They can take full sun during the winter, and they're very cold hardy, but they cannot take any afternoon sun in the summertime. So this radicans guy, he can go in a pot. The other one or he can go in the ground. The other gardenia that we probably sell the most of is this one. It's commonly called an ever-blooming gardenia, or Gardenia veitchii, and it's a smaller bush. Some of the bigger varieties can get 4 to 6 feet tall. This guy is about 3 by 3. It produces smaller flowers, but they call it ever-blooming because it has a longer bloom period. Most of your gardenias will bloom in late spring, and they generally only bloom once a year. The veitchii cycles in and out of bloom through the warm season. Although the flowers are smaller, you still get more flower, and it's a great size for something in a pot. And quite frankly, we feel that growing gardenias in a pot, you're going to be generally more successful because they need an acid-based water and soil. So with the soil in a pot, you can control that. Our water is alkaline, which is the opposite. So here's one of the tricks. You want to use a fertilizer that is going to acidify the soil and the water. And this one is specifically called soil acidifiers. There are others. Sometimes they'll say Gardenia, Camellia, Azalea food on it, but be sure to use that on a regular basis. The other thing that's really important with gardenias, they do get a little iron chlorosis, is to use an iron supplement. And this one is also an iron supplement and a soil acidifier, so it does 2 jobs. Anyway, so I think you can do a great job. If you have any questions, come and see us. Thanks so much. I'm Debbie Mounce, and I'm your 5-minute gardener.